Hey guys, I'm Shawn of WebPianoTeacher.com here. I'm going to show you 3 things in this video how to make simplified music sound more exciting like it's not simplified. So first I'm going to play this Game of Thrones music theme just the way it's written. So that sounds okay, but it does sound simplified, like it's a transcribed version of it so that beginner players can play it. And nothing wrong with that. Sounds like the song's fun to play. But I'm going to show you 3 things you can immediately do to make this sound more advanced, okay? And by the way, if you're a member of the website, you can learn this whole thing. I teach it all the way through. But the first thing you can do is octave the left hand. Okay, so we see C, G in the bass. Well, if you just add that one note on your thumb and play an octave, so you play C, G, C, you have this. And on this one, instead of going here, G, D, I'm going to octave it, move it down. That already makes it sound way more full, right, by itself. So that's the first thing you can do is octave that left hand. On the right hand, there's a couple of things you can do. One, so you can raise it up an octave, play the right hand up higher. Okay, that's one way to do it. Another thing, changing that octave in the right hand is also a way to make the playing, sound a little different. If you're having to play this over and over again for a party or something, just going up here, and playing it, that's a way to immediately make it sound better and different. Okay, but you can also add thirds. Okay, so what I would do, if I took my right hand up an octave, and I went G, C, and then I went on the E flat, a third is just 2 notes away. Okay, I'm going to play the C with the E flat, the D with the F, the E flat with the G. If you play thirds, the note that's written is always the top note, and you play a third above it most of the time. For this particular one, I'm going to do C and G, and then G and C with the first 2. Now I'm going to do E flat and G, and then G and C, and then I'll do thirds. Then we get this. So say I even went really low on that to make it sound more full, but you just add those thirds. Sometimes it's going to be a fourth depending on the chord, because an A flat wouldn't sound good right there. Right. So you add those thirds, and when you play thirds, use 1 and 3, 2 and 4, and 3 and 5 mostly. You can use others, but already it sounds. Now when I get here, I'm just going to use E natural instead, like it says, but C, D, E as the thirds. So when I get here, I'm going to do the same thing. B flat D, and then when I do the G, I'll do a D beneath, and then I'll do thirds. G, A, B flat, as I play the top note with my top fingers. Okay, now here's another thing you could add. If that's not phasing you, you can do octaves in the right hand as well. And I'm also doing my third. I have the thirds with 3 and 5, but using my thumb. And when you play thirds or octaves, you need to make sure that it's all in the wrist. It's not just finger work. You need to have a separate wrist motion for each one. Just a little, I call it flapping with that wrist, that up and down motion that your wrist can make. Then you have... See, I'm exaggerating it. So if I go, have to just go for it. You can't place it or prepare it. You have to go for it and what I call stick the landing. Okay, then we have Now, there's one extra thing, and I've kind of already been doing it, not realizing it, and that is adding rhythm. So the first thing, the left hand was add the octave, and the right hand add the third or the octave or both if you want to really go for it. And the last thing is rhythm in that left hand, okay? So the left hand serves as the bass, but it also can serve as the drums. If I just go, that's okay, but if I go, so keep that, figure out what rhythm the song, the theme has as an underlying current, and then add that to your playing. And you want to make the first one of each measure strong and the others not so strong. Say, which one am I playing? It doesn't matter as long as you come down on count one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then I have. So those three things, in whatever degree you can add them, will ultimately make a simplified piece sound a lot more advanced. In fact, that's really the difference between an advanced written piece and a simplified arrangement. But so you can take, a lot of times I'll just take a book and just a simplified book and then just do the three things I just showed you there. And people will think I'm this amazing genius, musician. And all I'm doing is those three things, and I'm just adding to what's already there in the music. And it's actually easier because you're not having to read all those zillions of notes you're adding. You're kind of doing that by the improv instinct that you're developing, and you're just having to look at the simple notes. So that's a little trick a lot of people don't know about. I'll see you on webpianoteacher.com right now, running a trial, $1 for 7 days, complete access to everything, no obligation, cancel anytime. Talk to you guys later.